Off this lens. See if I see any parasites. Gotta be on the lookout for parasites. Put some light over here. He said, what you peeping? Parasites. Gotta be on the lookout for parasites, man. They're around here. Y'all come on in here. James Newman, what's up? Subscribe to the channel. He said 2 rounds, 14-ounce gloves isn't pro fighting. Subscribe to the channel. It's fight night tonight. Let me take another peek. All right. Gotta keep these binoculars on me, man. These parasites, they're everywhere. I can no longer play around with these dudes. I can't. I can no longer play. I can't do it. He said, Mike gonna break his jaw. He said, I'm eight nits in. I need 2 more. Derek Williams, I ain't heard from you in a minute if that's your government name. I got the purchase log right here on the screen in front of me. Fight night, 8 o'clock, I believe. It's on Netflix. As soon as I'm done with y'all, I'm about to boogie and go check things out. So, I know y'all seen the viral video of Mike Tyson slapping homeboy. He stepped on his foot. A lot of people saying that it was scripted. I don't think Mike Tyson is much of an actor. I think that was for real. Wally Will said, I got my popcorn, I'm ready. So what's going on, man? Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. I'm going to watch, but I really hope we don't see the champ get knocked out, knocked down, hurt, harmed, none of the above. So, he said that slap looked weak. He probably didn't slap him to, maim him or nothing like that. He backed him up, but it looked it for real to me. What's going on? Came here to check everybody's temperature. He said even if he loses, it's 56 versus a 28-year-old. George Foreman was still winning titles in his 50s. I'm quite sure he was in his 50s when he beat Michael Moore. I could be wrong. If he wasn't in his 50s, he was close to 50. Mike gonna get his check and move on. It kind of remind me of the situation where Jack Johnson, they had him fight a dude like about 30 rounds, basically until he got exhausted and got knocked out. Johnny McCrant. Oh, he was 42. That ain't that old. I was still playing basketball on the highest level at 42. Still applying pressure. William Mack, thank you. Go to the website. This is called Awesome. I think it's up there still, therealdribble.com. So what's going on, people? It's a lot going on online. I know one thing. I'm done playing with these niggas piggybacking my shit. I can't have it anymore. Gloves off. We can't play these games. He said, I'm glad I caught you. I'm glad you're here too. Share this to your live stream. He said, you risk it too if you get in the check he got. You can get killed in the boxing ring. You can get killed. You can become retarded. You've seen plenty of people, Meldrick Taylor, what's my man name that fought Holyfield from Brooklyn? Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe's damn near retarded. Got to be careful fucking around in that ring, man. Straight up. CTE is no joke. Nah, it ain't. It's a very bad deal and shit. A lot of the dysfunction that Muhammad Ali dealt with in his, you know, in his final years was due to a beating he took from Trevor Burbick and I believe Larry Holmes and probably Joe Frazier. Denzel kisses a man in a movie. They got to him, huh? Gerald McClellan. Damon, what's up? Gerald got a headbutt from Nigel Benn, I believe. But that's a great example of people damn near getting killed in the ring and shit. Do you listen to rap music? I'm kicking you out of here. Kicking you out of here. Good evening. I heard it was a kiss of death, not a romantic kiss. I ain't gonna say how I feel about it because I ain't seen it. Denzel always struck me as being thorough and very black. So I don't know. I ain't gonna just jump out there like that. Preacher Colt Cologne is in a wheelchair. We have seen 58-year-olds dog watch 25-year-olds in prison. It happens. Let's talk about why did Denzel admit it if it was a deleted scene. It was on his mind. Ernie Shavers punches did some damage to Ali too. So make sure y'all subscribe as y'all coming in here. I hope y'all been checking out my last few uploads. I've been very busy the last 24 hours. Did you hear there are men in jail allegedly arguing over making Diddy's bed? I don't know about the making bed part, but I'm pretty sure it's niggas over there probably beefing about, you know, being his bestie and shit like that. I've seen that happen in jail. That was heartbreaking to hear from Denzel. Blue money, I blow money. I needed you to say that. Now we can get down to business. Blue Money said, Tut trying to live off a lie. I can't have that. I'm glad you said that so we can deal with what I came here for. I am no longer gonna let these niggas be playing around with the truth. My documentary is the truth. You dig? My documentary is the truth. A lot of research, a lot of travel mileage, a lot of money was put into finding the truth. The truth been out for some years now. And the man who robbed Tupac Shakur, the man who robbed him, he admitted to it in 2011. After that, he was on my documentary and he gave details on everything that happened and why it happened. You dig? And whenever I come online and I see people saying shit like this is prompted from a Vlad TV video because he's poking the bear trying to get a reaction and shit. Vlad asks Wack 100 about Tupac's alleged shooter, or he might not even said alleged. He said the shooter of Tupac Shakur. With those types of mistruths and myths online, that's a detriment to my hard work. That's a detriment to my hard work. I haven't heard this brother say, I didn't do that shit yet. You dig? And if he did, I didn't hear it. You feel me? If he did, I did not. I didn't hear it, and I don't think a lot of y'all heard it. You know what I'm saying? There's people who approached me in private some years ago saying that this man had Tupac's jewelry, that he was wearing his jewelry in the hood. I knew that to be a lie. I know where Tupac's jewelry ended up at. Dexter Isaac sold it to Ivory Peanut Davis. You had a nigga named Greg Taylor who got on the Art of Dialogue and say that he's seen Haitian Jack wearing Tupac's jewelry. You dig? A lot of misinformation. And I haven't seen him move to clarify this misinformation. He's responding to videos online. The Wack 100 shit. I just seen him respond to that, the Wack 100 shit. about Wack supposedly gonna place a call to Haitian Jack to get Haitian Jack to get Tut to do the interview. What these niggas is doing is they nitpicking, they cherry picking and shit like that. They cherry picking. Vlad cherry picking, Wack 100 cherry picking, and this nigga Tut is cherry picking and shit. He hasn't said the nigga who robbed Tupac, the niggas that robbed Tupac, the nigga that robbed Tupac, he did it. He admitted to it. He said why he did it, and then he apologized to the late Tupac Shakur and his family and said that he was manipulated. That's what he said. He was manipulated into doing that, into doing the robbery. It's something that he felt bad about. That's his recollection. I mean, that's his explanation. You dig? He said his wife wants attention. It seemed like, yeah, she keeps saying the brand, because this is a brand. There is no brand. You don't have no brand. Your branding, your motives, and everything is based on the belief and your name being associated with robbing Tupac, but you didn't rob him. You wasn't there. You had nothing to do with it. And y'all trying to build something on that fallacy. You did. Y'all trying to build something on that fallacy, and y'all addressing people online, China Brim, Wack 100, whenever they have something to say that's pertaining to this brother, right? But people online want you to answer this. This is what people online want. People online want you to answer this. Dexter Isaac said that you had nothing to do with it, and he was going to do something to you in the federal penitentiary about this. That's a threat, and I know you don't like that. That's not really good for your legacy or your name or whatever it is that you trying to stand on. But it's something that needs to be confronted because it's almost 300,000 videos. It's almost 300,000 views in. Everybody's seen it. I know you've seen it too, but ain't nobody, you're not saying nothing about it. You're not saying nothing about it. So I'm saying something about it. I'm saying something about it. I'm saying that I'm not going to let you or anybody else play around with the truth that was established through my investigative journalism and my documentary. The nigga that did it, he said he did it. He said the reason why he did it, and I know it's the truth. You know why? Because Jimmy Henchman called me and tried to confront me about the truth that I uncovered. If there wasn't no truth to what Dexter said or what he was saying, he wouldn't have never called me. He wouldn't have never felt that I was a threat of any type. This information is online. It's been online. He said even if he didn't see it, somebody damn near told him, yeah, he said let him enjoy his freedom. He not trying to enjoy his freedom. He trying to become internet relevant. He trying to become internet viral. He trying to become a brand like his woman said. You dig? But when you step out here playing around with professionals, you got to deal with this shit. You got to deal with this shit because it's almost like you calling me a liar. It's almost like you and everything you stand for, it's contradictory to the truth. It's contradictory to the truth. And you have never said, at least not publicly, I ain't had nothing to do with that shit. You dig what I'm saying? Hey, you ain't never said that publicly. You might have whispered it to somebody, but you never said it publicly. You never said, because that's what everybody want to know. That's what everybody's fascination with you is tied to that. You dig? But you ain't never said, I ain't have nothing to do with that. There's a misconception that I had something to do with it. I didn't have anything to do with it. And Tupac was misinformed. And he was wrong for putting my name in a song. You dig? He was wrong for putting my name in a song. I never seen, and I don't understand why. The shit that Tupac said about you on his song, it was a lie. And I believe that straddles the line of defamation and shit like that. He said your name on a song in regards to something that you didn't do. But you never, I don't think you ever tried to pursue any compensation for that defamation or for him using your name. Your compensation was carrying on like you did it because it makes you into a somebody when you really just a Brooklyn stick-up cat. Stick-up dude, you're really just a Brooklyn stick-up nigga. But the Tupac thing makes you worldly relevant. You dig? And that's what you online standing on. Because you don't have no story besides the Tupac situation. You don't have no story. You don't have no story. He said it is clout chasing at its finest, running to the internet. Is these guys trying to rectify the situation that was damaging to his name? Nah, he's not. He's not. He's not. He's trying to not address it so people can continue to come to his platform and see what it is that he's talking about. But he know what everybody's tuning in for. He know what everybody's tuning in for. I ain't gonna sit here and let this shit continue. It was something, the truth was established on my platform. And the reason why Vlad addresses you as the shooter of Tupac Shakur is because you never said, I didn't do that. You never said that to nobody. You turned down the Vlad TV interview. And I know it was money associated with that. And the reason why you turned that down, because you know Vlad is gonna ask you. Vlad is gonna ask you in front of the whole world about Tupac. My man sent $10, a super chat, and I ain't even gonna read it. Thank you very much. Now I'm kicking you. You the first nigga in life who sent a super chat and got blocked from the platform. Peace. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. You was in such a hurry to get that off. You sent me a free dime. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You the first nigga in history to ever send some money. I didn't read your super chat and I blocked your nut ass. You know? Now go make another profile, dickhead, so I can block you again. I'll take another dime in the process. Like I was saying, yeah, you the first one. You paid to bite the dust. Like I was saying, I'm not going to sit here and play around with these niggas, man. Don't act like you don't see this. Don't act like you don't see these videos. Your name, you synced these videos before you got home from jail. You knew about these videos before you got out of jail. You knew about the Haitian Jack Speaks documentary before you got out of jail. You knew everything that was being said before you got out of jail. You even knew the shit that Dexter Isaac said before you got out of jail. But you out here now and you trying to act like you don't see it. It's because it's a threat to the lie that you're standing on. You didn't have anything to do with it. You wasn't wearing Tupac jewelry in the hood. You dig? And once you pull that Tupac rug from under you, you don't have a lot to stand on as far as a story and shit. And I know you're trying to get some money. But the shit that you're doing is a threat to the credibility of my hard work. The nigga that did it, before I even met him, he wrote a book about robbing Tupac. And I know the nigga was telling the truth. You know why? Because if you follow my platform, he was telling so much truth on my platform that he said, Homo didn't shoot 50 Cent. 50 Cent made a song called Many Men. And he said, Homo shot me 3 weeks. 3 weeks later, he got shot down. Dexter got on his platform and said, I was just with the nigga that shot him. And he said his name. And I had to edit it out because after he said his name, I got a call from Queens. And they was like, it wasn't the nigga that did it. It was somebody that I fuck with in Queens that care about me. He was like, yo, you shouldn't put that out because dude's still around and shit. He trying to keep a low profile. And that was the end of it. But Dexter Isaac's credibility has been tested and it's the truth. You dig? So Lennox Road Post said he's still a legend anyway. He trying to remove himself from the streets. No, he not. No, he not. No, he not. Not getting online. Not getting online. You know why? Because these niggas get online and they know the only thing that make them relevant is the streets. Don't nobody want to hear you talk about saving the babies and shit like that. Niggas want to hear you talk about robbing the church bus or robbing the city bus or robbing the Kingdom Hall and shit like that. That's what niggas want from you. Niggas want the same thing from you that Glaze did. Niggas, that's what niggas want from you. If you don't give them that, they're not gonna watch your channel. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Nobody wants to hear that shit. That shit's been tried before you got here. He said exactly, Uncle, and this is the truth. Vlad offered money for that story. Vlad offered money for that story, and the reason why you decline that money is because Vlad is going to, in front of the whole world, going to say, yo, tell us about what happened with Tupac, or tell us about your involvement with the Tupac Shakur thing, or tell us why Tupac put your name on a song. Why? You will be forced to answer these questions, and that right there will still put you in the line of fire of everything that was said on my platform by the nigga who really did it. Got it? You got it? Blow Money said, outside of Tupac, what is his legendary events? I'll sit here all night and y'all can recite it to me. I'm all ears. Tell me what is he legendary for? Tell me what is he legendary for? I'm keeping it real. Listen, when you see his story ain't Demencio's story. His story ain't Kendu's story. Them niggas was getting money. Them niggas was getting money. Them niggas was flossing. Them niggas names and pictures and shit is all over the Tellem Blanco, Albee Square Mall, Mechacopolis and shit like that. Them niggas pictures is all, it's a difference. It's a difference. His Tut's story ain't the same as Demencio and them. It's not the same as Kendu and them niggas. Them niggas from Linden Plaza. It's not the same. It's not. You dig? So where's the legendary storyline? Tell me where the legendary storyline is at. Please tell me. Tell me where the legendary storyline is at. AP said Tut was a thief. Can't get props for trying to. You need to learn how to fucking spell, man. Use some punctuation or something. I thought Dexter wanted to stab Tut because Tut got 5 statements from inmates in which Dexter claimed a robbery of Winslow and Tut got life for. That's not what he got life for. He got life for shooting at a barber shop. I believe he shot a duty police or some shit like that. But nah, you misinformed. You misinformed. Dude robbed his mother's church. He's only a legend in Brooklyn, not worldwide. He has no story. I stand on the truth. I put in a whole lot of work in regards to finding out what happened to Tupac Shakur. By the time I did volume 2, for y'all who on this channel, who a member, if you're a member of this channel, go watch the Haitian Jack Speaks documentary. It's available to members of this channel and shit. And you can hear in its entirety every time I ask Dexter about King Tut. You can hear whenever I ask Haitian Jack about King Tut, and you're going to hear what they said. Straight like that. He ain't no legend. He been in jail a long time. Did I miss the mic talk? Yeah, man, you missed it, man. That was at the beginning of this telecast. I'm in here making sure that I'm establishing truth. These niggas is not gonna stand on no myths and shit like that. If you didn't have nothing to do with it, why don't you say that? Why don't you say that? If you trying to move on with your life, like you say on your channel, you turning over a new leaf. Why don't you just dead the whole Tupac thing? Why don't you just dead the whole Tupac thing and tell the world, stop saying I had something to do with that. I didn't. You won't do that. You haven't done it publicly. So I seen some people in the comments say, he said he didn't have. Say it loud. Say it loud so everybody can hear. Because it's not getting across. It's not getting across. If it did, Vlad wouldn't be referring to him, to Wack 100, as the nigga that shot Tupac Shakur. That would be dead if he said I had nothing to do with it. But he ain't did that. You dig? He ain't did that. Why? Because all of this should be over with. All of this should be over with. The elders chasing fame from incidents of violence against more blacks is horrible. Dexter, will probably get out eventually, and he's going to reiterate the story anyway, so he might as well just say he didn't do it. He wrote a book about it. He wrote a book about it. And if you want to hear what he had to say about Ted, all you got to do is pull up the videos that I did with him on this channel. I made sure I shared them to my community tab. So if you follow me, if you subscribe to this channel, just go to the community and you're going to see it. And you can listen to it for yourself. True shit. Tut wife got him gassed up off the hype. She be his downfall. Seem like she run shit. He needs to get his bearings after being in jail so long. His wife might be leading him down the wrong path. You think he can survive YouTube without talking the streets? Impossible. Keep your foot on their necks. This needs to be exposed. This is the truth. The exposure happened when I put my video out this morning. As soon as I seen his video addressing Wack 100, Wack 100 is in the dark too. Wack 100 is in the dark too. Wack 100 said that I can make a phone call over to the island and get Jack to get him to do the interview. They don't fuck with each other. Jack don't fuck with him, yo. He don't. He don't. Jack don't fuck with him. He don't. Just so you know, shit. So it's gonna be impossible for you to make that phone call and that to be arranged through Haitian Jack because he don't fuck with him. He doing right, Gully. He's just trying to get a couple dollars. Nah, he can't get a couple dollars off the myth of him robbing Tupac. He got to go about it another way. Him existing on that fallacy is an attack on the credibility of my documentary that exposed the truth about what happened to Tupac. If he did something to Tupac, right? What does that say about Dexter Isaac in his book that he wrote in 2011? My documentary didn't come out till, I believe, 2019 or some shit like that. What does that say about Dexter Isaac and myself if he's allowed to exist on the myth and fallacy of being involved with one of the biggest armed robberies of a rapper in the history of music? He's not saying I had nothing to do with it. The nigga that had the niggas that did it, the nigga that did it said, I regret being manipulated into being a part of that shit. You dig? I really, really regret letting Jimmy play me out of pocket to the point that I did that. And I apologize, and I apologize to the family of Tupac Shakur. If he did it, if Tut had something to do with it, right? He ain't apologized for it. He ain't apologized for it. He's trying to turn over a new leaf, right? He's trying to move on with his life. This is a new me. He hasn't apologized for it if he did it. You dig? He hasn't apologized for it if he did it. And you know why he hasn't apologized for it? Because he didn't do it. He didn't do it. He should say that. He should say that. Travis Charles Johnson, you going way too hard. Eat a dick. The fuck out of here, bozo. I don't give a fuck about none of these niggas trying to take out of my mouth. It's my, that Haitian Jack shit, that robbery at Tupac Shakur, that's my turf. That's my turf. I'm standing on that. I'm protecting that. I got to the bottom of that. So if you come along with your story and you telling a motherfucking lie, I'm gonna say something about it. You know why? I got time and money invested in that shit. Don't even fucking try it. I don't give a fuck how nobody feel about it. I don't give a fuck how nobody feel about it. Do I look like I give a fuck? Do I look like I give a fuck? I don't. I don't. I'm telling the motherfucking truth. At which point is he gonna say I had nothing to do with it? And if he don't want to do that, when is he gonna address what Dexter Isaac said? I stepped to him about that lie at Beaumont in the federal penitentiary. I stepped to him about that shit. When is he gonna address that? Don't act like it don't exist. Don't act like it don't exist. It's on the internet, it's online. Everybody wanna know. Everybody wanna know the truth. When is you gonna tell the truth? Protect your property. Is gonna protect it. Is gonna protect it. Been protecting it. If you subscribe to this channel, make sure you go watch it when we get up off of here. Haitian Jack Speaks Part 1. The truth about what happened to Tupac in detail is articulated in this project. Go check it out for yourself. All you got to do is be a member of this channel. You can watch it. Everybody want to see it. All you got to do is be a member of this channel. You can watch it all you want. You can watch it all you want. I think Wack saying Haitian Jack can intimidate Tut to do the Vlad interview. You can't intimidate a motherfucker from another country. That's impossible. That's impossible. He's just running his mouth. That's what Wack do, just running his mouth. Just running his mouth. And you know what? I'll tell you something else. Wack 100 didn't know Haitian Jack when Haitian Jack was in America. He didn't. Wack 100 didn't know Jack when Jack was on the mainland. He didn't. That's a relationship he didn't cultivated since he been deported. So I say that to say he don't even know the nigga like that. You dig? He's been permitted to befriend this nigga because Jack can get some money out his ass. Whenever he pull up, Jack's deported. He love having company. People don't, tourists go to, think it's Punta Cana or some shit. Tourists go there. Jack is in Santo Domingo. So whenever somebody go there from the States, he loves company. And niggas taking gifts over there. Niggas taking money over there and shit like that. So he's gonna be your bestie. And you're welcome to come all you want. You know why? Because he ain't allowed to go nowhere. You dig? So that's how Wack 100 was able to get next to him. He didn't know that nigga in America. He didn't. He didn't. The Mike Tyson and Jake portion was at the beginning of this telecast. I said I hope that Mike Tyson don't get hurt. It happens at 8 o'clock. When I get up off here, I'm going about figuring out how I'm gonna watch it. It's on Netflix though, 8 o'clock. I don't know if they got a preliminary fight before them or they gonna get straight to it. Love from the Brick City. Thank you. Wack talk like he was at death row since day one. That's a lie. That's a lie. Gotta stand behind the integrity of your work as a real journalist would. That's why I'm here tonight. I'm tired of this already. I'm tired of this already. I'm just sitting back watching, paying attention, seeing how this shit is gonna go, and I see what's happening. You think you're gonna profit off the belief that you did something to Tupac and you didn't. The truth is the truth has been exposed on my documentary. I can't allow you to do that, pimp. Straight up. King Buck Wild, I'm on as soon as I get up off here. Vlad baits dudes in the bad situations. He does that. He used these dudes like pawns and shit. I seen him do that. He doing the same thing right now with Adam Macazo or Adam, the Zoe Pound nigga, Terrence Gangster Williams, he asked him, what do you think about Adam Zoe saying he robbed Lil Wayne? He's actively and publicly trying to bait niggas into conflict for money, and these niggas is allowing it. I would never be able to get away with no shit like that. Nobody black would ever be able to get away with no shit like that. He do this shit with no shame. He do this shit with no shame. And these niggas allow him to do it. Why? For money or 15 minutes of fame. What would Terrence Gangster Williams rely on if he didn't have his internet? He just would be a convicted killer with nothing else going on in life. You dig? That's it. This is the truth. Somebody have to start saying the truth around here and shit. He said, I think he's the police. They allowing him to do this. They allowing him to do this. Just like, according to Tutty, turned down the bag from Vlad TV. So what do Vlad do? Go and ask Wack 100. What do you think about Tupac's shooter? He addressed him as Tupac's shooter, trying to get a response. He's in no position to respond because his story is going to conflict with everything that Dexter Isaac said. Everybody that has something to do with that Tupac shit, none of them niggas is from America. I've said this before. Everybody involved with that shit was from the islands. Everybody. Vlad reminds me of Leo Cohen, only come around for a bag and want your soul for it. These niggas be acting like they don't have nothing else to rely on, so they go over there and get their skirts pulled up for pennies. That's what I said about the LA gangbangers turned podcasters. We wouldn't know them if it wasn't for YouTube. #1 stunner, go to therealdribble.com and get you one. Vlad and Adam 22 collaborate with law enforcement. Whatever it is they do, I wouldn't be allowed to do it because I'm black. I wouldn't choose to do it. I wouldn't instigate no shit between no niggas. I wouldn't, because I would probably have to deal with it and shit. Him, they know he got security. He got a lawyer that's going to sue your ass and ultimately put you to fucking jail if you try anything. So that's why he's able to get away with a lot of that monkey shit. It's sad how these dudes are being tricked into being someone else's content. Adam 22 and Vlad are definitely getting beside themselves. He gets mad when you don't do his interview, so he'll just talk about your story with his guests to get a reaction. Absolutely. So, yeah. That video that I put out this morning, I ain't gonna go back and forth with y'all in the comments and shit like that. I'm here saying it out my mouth. I'm saying it to your face and shit. I'm not gonna continue to let these niggas be parasites on a topic that I feed myself with. You dig? On a topic that I feed that's my retirement plan. You dig? That's mine forever. That Haitian Jack shit, that's mine forever. I'm the reason his life story never came out. When I encountered him, he had a life story that he was already working on with Benny Boom. Y'all remember that, right? Benny Boom is the person who told him that I was wearing a t-shirt that said I want to interview Haitian Jack. That's how we got together. Benny Boom was already over there with a film crew and everything working with him. You know why that shit ain't came out? Because when I got a hold of that shit, I uncovered everything. I didn't leave no rocks unturned. When I was done with that shit, it was over. There was no more reason to do a life story. Gully TV extracted all of the pertinent information out of the whole topic. And not only that, after he did it, he went and got input from Dexter Isaac and Jimmy Henchman. Yeah. Little Tim took the bait, asking Little Tim about the murder of King Von, and he's just sitting there talking about it. That seems very, very dangerous to me. I mean, I don't know. It just, I'm listening to him talk to him about the murder of a motherfucker, and he just sitting there just talking about it like it ain't nothing. Me or anybody else to do this shit, this black, a nigga wouldn't have that conversation. You think a nigga would allow me to ask them, yo, let's talk about when you killed King Von, and you shot him, you hopped out the car and you shot him. Imagine me and a nigga having that conversation. Y'all know goddamn well a nigga ain't gonna have that conversation like that with another black man. It ain't gonna happen. Motherfucker be like, yo, fam, you tripping, man. Like, for real. For real. Y'all know that it wouldn't happen. Y'all know it would happen. Not in a million years. But it happens on his platform. It happens over there. We let white people rock us to sleep. Let Vlad TV rock them to sleep for money. For money. I don't know what they be signing. Once I give you this check, you got to answer everything that I have to say to you right now. I'm just keeping it real. But as far as I'm concerned, the lies got to stop. The deception got to stop. We already know what happened to Tupac, and we know who did it, and we know who didn't have anything to do with it. Straight like that. I ain't got nothing else to say. Peace.